Hi there, viewers. Welcome to my views and news. Thank you for joining the live chat. Three news stories which will have a look in this live chat. Let me welcome the participants who managed to join so far. Yamasgan is the first one who commented today. Yamasgan is a member, two member for months. Stays in touch with me, keeps me updated. I keep him updated. We stay in touch on different mediums. Thank you for joining. Yamaskani says, the Sajid, how are you today? It looks like I'm first. Yeah, you're the first one to comment. Dark Star joined to says, always he joins with a question. He says, hello Sajid, can you provide insights on Fano's infighting from your Showa clip? Also with Ola kidnappings, how is the security in Oromia given? They have the largest regional special force. Yeah, important observations from you, Dark Star. Uh, well, the clip is from Showa showing Fano fighters storming, raiding the house of a Fano commander. It is from Showa. And by the way, it's not that all Fano commanders are from humble background. I think people like Mere Vodajo have strong background. They're not poor people. They're from financially sound background. So if they are found using modern amenities, it does not always mean, it would not always mean that they rob Fano, that they rob sponsors. Some of them abandoned their lavish lifestyle and chose to join this armed resistance movement. So I think if to criticize a Fano commander for his uh, status of living, you should compare his status before he joined Fano and after he joined Fano. If you see a considerable change, and the man was no one in terms of financially, but now he has enough, more than enough resources, so living a lavish life, then you can question. But if the man earned and he's using his hard earned money to build a house for himself, to install an air condition there, to have a modern house, you cannot criticize that commander. So I'm not sure about the background of Asagad Mekonnen, how strong he was, how sound he was financially before joining Fano. Did he make money after joining Fano? I think we should have these details first before analyzing the video which we saw showing Fano fighters mocking Fano commanders for living a lavish, extravagant life. Iristar joined to says hi. Kidos Alice Selassie says hi Sajid, how are you today? I'm fine. Kidos Jabir Siraj joined to welcome Jabir. Well, three news stories. Firstly, another kidnapping for ransom in Ethiopia. The first, sorry, uh, the first kidnapping for ransom is still unsolved. There is controversy about how many have been recovered. Now, another one again in Oromia. Secondly, Mekelle, alarming security situation in Mekelle. A hospital in Mekelle today shared details of the patients treated by the hospital in the last 3 months. Patient means the people who were injured in attacks by criminals. How many were treated at this hospital in the last 3 months? And thirdly, viewers, Rapid Support Forces have published a video from Al Dindar Park. Al Dindar Park is situated on Ethiopia-Sudan border. This park joins Altash Park, which is in Kwara, Wareda of Gondar. Eldendar, Altash Parks join on border, you can say. So can we say Rapid Support Forces have reached Ethiopian border? Darni joined to Iris stars as Ethiopia is a big problem for neighbors and the world. Today, my internet speed is slow, so I'm receiving your comments, questions a little late. Hopefully, we'll manage to complete the live chat. I think we should start because the way internet speed is getting slow, we might lose the connection. So let's start, viewers. I'll keep the live chat brief today. Tomorrow, there might not be a live chat. I'll be traveling tomorrow. The next few days could be difficult for me to stay in touch with you because in Pakistan, some restrictions are being imposed on social media for the next 4 to 5 days. Already, Twitter is banned in Pakistan. Some other social news platforms, social media platforms are banned as well. And this is a month in which Muslims of Shia denomination hold rallies, processions, and sometimes the rallies are vulnerable to attacks by extremists. That is why internet services are suspended, social media sites are blocked too. So that is why it would be difficult for me to stay in touch with you, but I'll try my best to find a way to be in touch with you. Where is Zahir Ahmed Balot? Someone wrote, and he's bought a sticker. $1 sticker he bought. He's asking about where is Zahir Ahmed Baloch? Who is Zahir Ahmed Baloch? Is he a missing person from Balochistan? Because in Balochistan, we know that a movement has been ongoing. Balochistan, Pakistan territory, movement for separation, for secession, and the people are kidnapped there by security forces. People go missing. It happens. I don't know. By the way, I've not been covering Pakistan issues in detail, so I don't know much about the dimensions of the operation of this end of this blow resistance movement in Pakistan and Balochistan. Let's start, viewers. Firstly, another kidnapping for ransom in Ethiopia. Know that still debarked university students are in custody. All could not be released. They were kidnapped by an armed group. Oromia government accused Ola accused Oromia government. Oromia government claimed to have recovered 160 students out of 167. But families reject this government's claim. They say they are paying ransom for the release of the loved ones. So the first kidnapping for ransom case is unresolved. By the way, military is nowhere to be seen. Where is Bihanujula's military? What has it been doing to secure the release of students? Dani says, is it because you are afraid to cover Pakistani news? Well, one man cannot cover each and everything. I cannot cover even two countries. Ethiopia keeps busy all day. Why don't you cover Pakistan, by the way, Darni? Let's see how much you can cover. Let's see how much audience you can find. Then we can compare. I'm covering Ethiopia, you cover Pakistan. Then we'll talk about it. So, Abi was in say the spouse says, is Abi still in Gondar? He was in Gondar. He visited Gondar. He says, I am not interested in covering Pakistan, but you want to divert me from covering Ethiopia. Come on. Uh, Abiy visited Gorgon. I told you in a video. Fano challenged Abiy that if you come to Gondar, we'll fix you, we'll arrest you. Abiy was there. He said, where are you? Come on. So, Fano sometimes make big claims. They exaggerate their capabilities out of proportion. So, kidnapping for ransom. A second incident happened in East Shore, Oromia. The earlier one happened in North Shore when Demarcus were kidnapped. This time, workers of a sugar factory were kidnapped. Metehara is the name of the town. Metehara sugar factory workers have been kidnapped. Around 15 have been kidnapped. Who's the kidnapper? No, but again, finger being pointed towards the Oromo Liberation Army. By the way, in the past too, several sugar factory workers were kidnapped. I did some videos, I remember. Later, ransom had to be paid for the release of those workers. And sometimes factories intervene too because they need labor. If their officials, their workers are being kidnapped, how can they continue their operations? Sometimes they intervene, they pay money as ransom. That is why I think kidnapping for ransom of sugar factory workers is easy to be committed by the kidnappers because they can easily get money from factory officials sometimes. So I says, I agree, Ethiopia is a giant, great country to cover. Yeah, I think I'm not covering much of southern Ethiopia. I am not covering much of Somali region, Afar, Gambela. Even Tegarai is not fully covered. Oromia not fully covered. One man cannot cover. Even a team cannot cover an entire country. I managed to cover Horn of Africa because you people help me a lot. All day you keep me busy. You send me messages, you send me emails, you send me WhatsApp messages, you send me Facebook messages. So you keep me updated. Then I contact my sources, my friends, I verify information. So all day we are busy. There are people who support me. Otherwise, it's difficult to cover even one country fully by one man or one news outlet. So Matihara sugar factory workers kidnapped, fingers being pointed towards Ola. Ola will deny this situation is set to go on. Who I told you that one of the parties is lying. Either Oromia government is lying or Ola is lying. Oromia government says Ola is kidnapping people for ransom. Ola says it's the government. One of them is lying. I said in my analysis that some elements who say they are Ola, they're involved in kidnapping for ransom cases. Victims are Maharas. Why is that, by the way, that kidnappings for ransom mainly happen in border areas? Why just in East Shore and North Shore? Why no kidnapping for ransom in RC? Why no kidnapping for ransom in Guji? Why no kidnapping for ransom in Hararge? Why is that almost all kidnapping for ransom incidents happen either in North Shore or in East Shore? Why? Because the two Romia regional zones share border with Amharas, and most of the time victims are Amharas. So the victims of this kidnapping for ransom phenomena are mainly Amharas. People would say, Sajid, you're pro Amhara, you are against Oromos, against Ola, but this is what reality is. Why is that Oromos are not getting kidnapped for ransom? Why is that only Amharas are suffering? It means that it's a deliberate campaign to stop the movement of Amharas from Amhara towards Addis Ababa, through Oromia region. Nahom joined too. Welcome, Nahom. John Spencer here too. Said says, is Sasavuki going to start another war in the region? He appeared at Sava. No, it was just a usual appearance. He did not say anything about regional security situation. I read the contents of his speech at the Ministry of Information Authority, a website. There was no mention of any regional issues, any issues linked to neighboring countries. So he only talked about SAO. He talked about recruits, their next phase of stock, etc. Kido says, can we just appreciate Sajid for covering Ethiopian Eritrea with Somalia news? Stop all that hate. He's putting in so much time and effort. Thanks, Sajid. Thank you, kiddos. As I always say, it is possible because of you people. I cannot cover even one region. You people support. I always say, I don't need your financial support. Though definitely when people buy super chat stickers, they send, they become members. It's a support for me financially. But biggest support that I would like to have from you is sharing of information. Anything which I'm not covering, I would like you to share with me, or anything which you think is the breaking news, I'm missing it. Do share that with me. This is what I want from you. And there are people who believe in truth. They share impartial, neutral information with me from all sides. That is how we manage to cover the Horn of Africa. Now, it's secondly, internet speed slow. Let's quickly wrap up the live chat. Second was Mekelle, where either referral hospital of Mekelle has shared some figures the last 3 months. How many patients were treated by this hospital? Patients who were injured in robbing incidents by criminals. 482 individuals reported at the hospital in the last 3 months. Around 150 each month. Injured in attacks by knives, etc. Injured by criminals, mostly in robberies. 69 were women. I'm talking about just one hospital. Either referral hospital is in Mekelle. I'm not talking about entire Tigray. In just Mekelle in the last 3 months, it happened. I'm talking about only those people who were injured and they had to go to the hospital to receive treatment. What about those who were injured? They did not report to the hospital because they were mildly injured. What about those who were not injured but they lost whatever they had in the robbery which was committed? That means that the actual number of robberies, street crime incidents which are happening is in thousands. In the last 3 months, we can safely say that thousands of criminal, thousands of robberies happen. Street crimes, snatching, dacoity, theft in Mekelle only. Mekelle is the capital. So if in the capital city people are not safe, you can imagine what would be happening in other parts of it. That is why I think this week Tigray government announced the launch of a campaign, an operation to arrest criminals. I don't know why it was launched so late. It was said that those who are involved in stealing iron ore are going to be arrested, and others too, and some are being arrested. Yes, such operations should be launched because the situation, law and order situation, security situation in Tigray is alarming. These are not made up the figures were not made up by me. It was the hospital which shared these numbers. Last news story in the live chat. RSF fighters, Rapid Support Force members have shared a video from Aldindar Park. So, a confirmation that Rapid Support Forces have managed to reach very close to Ethiopian border. Aldindar National Park is in Sudan, in Sinnar state. Capital of the state, Sanja, is under RSF control. They took control of Aldinda town. Two military was trying to retake town, but RSF's video from Aldinda Park is a proof that RSF fighters are there. Aldinda is on Sudan side of Sudan-Ethiopia border, and on Ethiopia side of the border is Alatash Park or forest, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think its name is Alatash. And Alatash Park or forest is in Gondar, Kuara Voreda, where we have seen fighting between Fano and military. Alatash and Aldendar parks meet on Ethiopia-Sudan border. So we can say rapid support forces have reached Ethiopian border. What will be the effect of this development in Sudan on the security situation in Ethiopia, in Amhara? RSF cannot be Fano's ally because RSF is Abi's ally. You can say it's backed by UAE. But if a zone becomes destabilized, if fighting happens in a zone, it means that the instability can be exploited by armed groups. If RSF military continue their fight on border area, in border area, that means that Fano fighters can exploit the situation to enter Sudanese territories, to acquire weapons, to acquire logistical support from there, and maybe to use Sudan as a hideout for its leaders. This is what Fano can achieve. Otherwise, it's not that Fano is going to be the beneficiary of RSF's advance towards the Ethiopian border. Thank you, Saeed Asfao, for your appreciation. Oromticha says post-war chaos occurs everywhere in the world, even in developed countries. Yeah, I agree. But problem is that Shafo joined to welcome Shafo after a few days of break. Shafo is here, is a member to special welcome Shafo. Well, it happens, but post-war. You're talking about post-war. When did war end? It was November 2022, almost 2 years ago. Pretoria was signed. Don't you think chaos is taking too much time to be handled? I am fine, Balacho. How are you? Sandro says, any thoughts on Assegid versus Mekatau? Well, Assegid and Mekatau held a meeting a few weeks ago. I did a video on that. We saw pictures. Is this the video which we're seeing showing Fano fighters storming the house of Assegid Mekonnen? Could be an old video. I mean, a few weeks old. Is there any active fighting now between Assegid Mekonnen and Mekatau? I don't know. I cannot confirm or reject it. I'll work on it. Then I'll come back to you. Mekelle, no big developments in Volkai. So, Damaika Zadu there, Ashad Damlo there, to government intact so far. Return of IDP did not start. So let's see. Bilacho says, I watched your channel almost every day during the Tigray war, genocidal war on Tigray, he's saying. Well, I just tell you one uh, thing before I end the live chat. I received a message during Tigray war from a lady who was based in the US. Her son was working in an aid organization, a US national in Tigray. A war broke out. So she did not know where his son was because internet, everything was cut off. Tigray came under a siege. She used to watch me every day. And she used to say, Sajid, you kept me updated. Her son remained safe and sound. And I received so many messages from people who relied on my User News to change their locations. Even Tigray fighters contacted me. They said, Sajid, we were on one front. You were covering all fronts. So we kept ourselves updated about other fronts by watching my User News. All that was possible because you people helped me. Again, I would say that just continue supporting me. I need your support in terms of provision of information. Without you, we're nothing. Thank you, viewers. We have to end the live chat now. Tomorrow, I might not be able to have a live chat, though I'll try my best. I'll be traveling tomorrow. The next few days, we could see some disruptions to internet connectivity and social media usage in Pakistan. I'll try to stay in touch with you. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed. Bye bye.